Hey, deep divers, welcome back. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe, because today we're going to be diving deep into some really interesting stuff.
Oh, yeah.
It's all about Kamala Harris and how she did at that recent CNN town hall.
Oh, yeah. I saw that.
Yeah, so we're going to be looking at what David Axelrod had to say about it.
Interesting.
Yeah, he was a big part of Obama's wins.
Yeah.
Not once, but twice.
Wow. So
He really knows his stuff
definitely.
when it comes to elections and, connecting with voters.
For sure.
And even he had some critiques for Harris.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, it's not all going to be sunshine and roses today.
Oh.
We're really going to unpack this thing moment by moment.
Awesome. I'm ready.
So one thing that really jumped out was Axelrod actually used this phrase, word salad city, to describe some of her answers.
Word salad city?
Yeah, word salad city.
Okay.
Specifically when it came to Israel and immigration.
Tough topics.
Yeah, and he felt like she was just being evasive and kind of missed some opportunities to address some real concerns that voters have.
I see.
Or even just to set herself apart from Biden a little more.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Well, clear communication is just so crucial in politics.
Definitely.
If someone's dodging a direct question, especially about something important like that,
Right.
it just leaves the voters feeling kind of distrustful.
Totally.
Are you being straight with us?
Mm-hmm.
Do you really even get what we're worried about?
That's a good point.
It's just...
Yeah, it's all about that connection, feeling that someone's being genuine with you.
Right.
So
Yeah.
Can you give us some specific examples
Oh, yeah, sure.
of those moments?
So one that really stands out is when Anderson Cooper asked Harris if she would be tougher on Israel than Trump was.
Oh, wow.
And her response was literally a 7-minute monologue.
7 minutes.
7 minutes, yeah.
Wow.
That never even answered the question.
Oh, wow.
And then on immigration, she didn't really acknowledge any of the concerns that people have brought up about how the Biden administration's handling things.
That's got to be frustrating for voters.
Yeah, it can make her seem out of touch.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
Like she's not in tune with what people are actually experiencing.
So it's not just about what your stance is on something. It's how you talk about it.
Exactly, yeah.
And address people's actual worries and stuff.
It's about connecting with them on that level.
It seems like a big missed opportunity to reach those voters who are maybe still undecided.
Totally.
Do you think this is something we see a lot with Harris? Or was this just an off night for her,
That's a really great question.
Yeah.
And I'm sure people are going to be debating that.
Yeah.
But it definitely raises some questions about how well she can connect with voters, especially when it comes to those tough questions.
For sure.
And that could have a real impact on what happens with her political career. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
This isn't even the first time she's gotten some heat for the way she communicates.
Right.
You remember that appearance she had on The View?
Oh, yeah.
When they asked her what she would have done differently than Biden?
Mm-hmm.
She just seemed to struggle with it.
Yeah.
Even some of her supporters, like Governor Shapiro, said they were disappointed.
I see.
Yeah, it was rough.
Yeah, that is a really tricky question.
Yeah.
For any sitting VP.
Right.
I mean, it's like asking you to critique your own boss.
Totally.
Your own team.
Yeah.
But it also shows this bigger problem that Harris has.
What's that?
It's hard for her to show what makes her stand out.
Oh, okay.
What her own vision is,
Right.
Separate from Biden.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you got to walk this fine line
Right.
between being loyal to your team and, showing that you could be a leader yourself someday.
Exactly.
Okay, speaking of delicate situations,
Yeah.
can we talk about that moment that felt like a job interview gone wrong?
Oh, which one?
When Anderson Cooper asked Harris to name a mistake she'd made in her life,
Oh, right.
she just totally fumbled through it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was almost hard to watch.
I can see that.
It was like one of those moments you just want to look away.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's so relatable.
Right.
Like, we've all been there.
I've definitely had those moments.
Yeah, especially like in a job interview when you're under pressure.
Oh, for sure.
It's like your brain just freezes.
Yeah. You just blank.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like,
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a total missed opportunity, though.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if she had just owned it.
Right.
And been like, hey, I'm not perfect. I've messed up before, but here's what I learned.
It's such a powerful thing.
Yeah.
When you can own your mistakes,
Totally.
it builds trust.
Yeah.
It shows people you're human, you can grow, you can reflect.
It's like you're not afraid to be vulnerable.
Right.
Which is actually kind of funny.
What is?
Because even Trump, who is not exactly known for his humility.
Right.
He's admitted to making mistakes sometimes.
Yeah, and it actually works for him.
Right.
Like, it fits his whole persona.
Exactly.
This idea that he's so powerful and confident
Right.
that he can admit to a flaw.
And it doesn't even hurt him.
Yeah, it doesn't make him look weak.
It's almost like it makes him look stronger.
Right, because he's so untouchable.
Okay, let's not get too distracted by Trump's tactics here.
Okay, back to Kamala.
Back to Kamala.
Yeah.
So it wasn't all bad.
Right.
Axelrod did point out some things that he thought she did really well.
Oh, okay, good.
Like he praised her strong opening, her really passionate defense of abortion rights, and her focus on elder care.
Those are all really important issues.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially for certain groups of voters.
Right.
Like her stance on abortion rights, that's going to appeal to a lot of Democrats.
Yeah.
Especially women and younger voters.
Yeah, they're really motivated by that issue.
Yeah.
And elder care. That's something that affects so many families.
Pretty much everyone's dealt with it in some way.
Yeah, like everyone knows someone who's going through it.
Exactly.
It's a very real problem.
For sure.
That people connect with.
Yeah, it's not just some abstract policy debate.
Right.
It's about real life.
Totally.
And it kind of connects to this bigger theme.
Oh, what's that?
Of caregiving and social safety nets.
Okay.
Which are things that voters are thinking about more and more.
Yeah, especially if the population gets older.
Right.
And healthcare costs keep going up.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's smart of her to focus on that.
Definitely.
Okay, let's talk about the ending.
Okay.
I thought it was one of the most interesting parts of the whole town hall.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, remember when she compared her to-do list
Oh, yeah.
to Trump's potential enemies list?
Right.
Like it was such a clear contrast in leadership styles.
Yeah, it was pretty stark.
What did you think of that strategy?
I think it was pretty clever.
Yeah.
It's like she's asking voters, do you want someone who's focused on getting things done, solving problems? Or do you want someone who's just obsessed with grudges?
Yeah, and revenge.
Right.
It's like, what motivates you?
Exactly.
You're trying to help people.
Or are you just trying to get back at people?
Yeah, like what's your goal here?
What are you really about?
Right. And it was subtle,
Yeah.
but she brought back those key issues.
Yeah, right.
The abortion rights, the elder care, the things that actually affect people's lives.
Smart.
Yeah, it was a good way to end on a positive note
Definitely.
and look towards the future
Yeah.
instead of dwelling on the past.
Makes sense.
Do you think it worked, though? Like, do you think it really resonated with voters?
That's the big question, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it definitely showed how different she is from Trump.
Right.
His whole style is about attacking people and dividing everyone, so she's offering something different.
Yeah. Will it be enough to convince people, though?
We'll have to wait and see.
So much to think about.
Right. Yeah.
We've covered a lot of ground. The word salad moments,
Yeah.
those missed chances to connect, but also the things she did well.
Right.
And that to-do list strategy.
Yeah, yeah.
But taking a step back,
Okay.
what's the big takeaway here? What can we learn from all this?
I think it shows just how complicated leadership is these days.
Yeah.
It's not just about having the right policies anymore.
Oh.
You got to connect with people.
Yeah.
Show them you get them. And you have to be able to explain your vision for the future.
Communicate it clearly.
Exactly.
And especially now.
Right.
With social media and the news cycle being what it is. Yeah,
People's attention spans are so short.
it's all about sound bites.
Yeah, it's tough.
So you really got to know how to get your message across.
Absolutely.
Voters want someone who's authentic, someone
Yeah.
they can trust, someone who feels real.
It's about that human connection.
Yeah. And it's funny because remember when we talked about Trump admitting to mistakes?
Yeah.
It's like sometimes being vulnerable
Yeah.
actually makes you seem more relatable, more human.
It's counterintuitive,
It is.
but it can really work.
Yeah. It makes you think about the balance
Right.
between being strong and showing some humility.
You need both.
Yeah. Too much of one.
Yeah.
You seem out of touch.
Right.
Too much of the other.
You seem weak.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's like walking a tightrope.
Exactly.
And everyone's got to find their own way to do it.
So as
Yeah.
we head into this election,
Yeah,
let's keep all this in mind.
definitely.
Let's pay attention not just to the policies, but to how they communicate,
Right.
how they connect with us,
That's key.
and what kind of leader they seem to be.
Because in the end,
Yeah,
it's up to us.
we get to decide.
What kind of leadership we want.
That's right. Deep divers,
Stay informed.
stay engaged,
And most importantly,
stay curious.
don't forget to like,
Subscribe.
and leave a comment down below.
We love hearing from you.
Until next time.
Keep diving deep.